Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Make Sure Your Mic is Recording when you record a video. So, today I'm going to be talking about pre-aiming corners and holding them nice and close or nice and loose, and when you should do each. So, just to, give you a basic outline of what I'm talking about, this is holding an angle loose. You're not right up on the angle. You're giving yourself some time to react if they do swing out. This is holding an angle nice and close. You're not giving yourself time to react if they swing out, but if they walk out, you don't have to really adjust, alright? So, one's good for when they're walking out, one's good for when they're running out. Basically, simple as that, okay? And now you have to figure out when you should differentiate these things, or how you should, and when you should put them into your gameplay. So my rule of thumb is start of the round for an angle where the T's are going to run out, and this really only applies to CT side unless you're talking about T side post plant, but there's so many variables in that I don't really want to cover that. So rule of thumb is beginning of the round where T's run out, I'm going to hold it nice and loose. Obviously, I'm not going to be in a position like this. I'll be in a position where I was at the start of the video, like right here, nice and loose. No need to hold it up tight, but nice and loosey-goosey. So when they do eventually swing out, or if they do eventually swing out, I don't really have to adjust my crosshair. I can just shoot. This is a very good angle for a pistol round. I like to, I literally hold this angle pistol round, because the guy Palace isn't going to swing me, and if he does, he's making noise beforehand, and I have time to fall back and adjust. But really right here, they're going to swing out. I don't have to move my crosshair at all. I can just tap them in the head. Much easier to wait for a T to run into your crosshair than it is to flick over. Now, I'm not saying you always want to have them walk into your crosshair and you never want to adjust, but set yourself up so it's the easiest for you. And then I'm going to hold angles nice and tight and close in two ways. One, if it's an angle where people don't really run out of. I'm going to hold like Palace nice and close right here, because people don't necessarily just run out of Palace like this, okay? They take their time clearing jungle, clearing stairs, clearing like this, alright? So holding it nice and tight allows you to just click their heads when it shows up. All right, you don't have, and there's no like adjustment for you flicking out or swinging out, because they're gonna be taking it nice and slow. Also, very easy to adjust. If you do hear them running up, you can just go like that. And it's much easier to hit them. Also, with oppers, they're probably going to take it nice and slow because they're scoped in. They could be crouching, and it's much easier just to flick down and shoot them because you're going to see them before they see you. Okay. Second reason I would hold an angle nice and close is if I'm in a clutch situation, like a 1v2, 2v2, something like that, and nobody's making noise. We're all holding shift. That means that everybody's going to be taking corners nice and slow, so you don't want to like pre-aim out here if a guy's walking out connector, because you're going to have to flick over, adjust, to hit the wall because you're bad at the game. But you're going to be wanting to hold this nice and tight the whole way over, because they're going to be walking out, alright? Now, there is technically a third way to hold angles, and that is to pre-aim common angles. Now, you won't really see this in lower level gameplay. You might see it once or twice per game from one person, but like, you're really not going to see it. So, for example, let's say that they're executing A. Their smoke's down, they're flashing out, I know that they're about to come out. If I'm playing, like, in this general region, I'm not going to be holding right here, which some people would. I completely disagree. Even though you can hold this, like, further away, and you're going to catch them out swinging, there's going to be more than one guy. You're probably going to get traded. This is a one-and-done spot, alright? Unless they're all completely bad or you have a really good team flash come in or something. This is a one and done spot. So I'm going to give them out ramp. If they're on an execute, I'm going to give them out ramp. And I'm going to hold right here, okay? Because they're jumping up. They're going to spot me while they're jumping up. They can see me before I can see them. But they're going to spot me while they're in the like midair from Tetris. And so they can't shoot while they're in the air. I mean, they can, but they're going to miss every shot. So I wait for them to get there. I kill one. I either fall back and hold a different off angle where they're probably going to be pre-aiming right there. So I'll hold a different angle, or I go up, or I fake that I go up, or just something else. It gives me some room to work with, and I can actually fall back and potentially get another frag, so it's not a one and done spot. Another example of holding an angle like this, and this is just overall pre-aiming. If you, let's say you're in a B site retake, all right, you heard that one's bench, so you're gonna pre-aim into the bench area. All right, you're not really gonna see this at lower level gameplay. You're gonna see them like jump out and then look towards bench. They're not gonna look towards bench first. All right. So that is technically a third way to hold the angles, and it's really just knowing when to implement like each style of holding the angle into your gameplay. So once again, rule of thumb, if it's gonna be a rush, or potentially could be a rush, or you don't know if it's gonna be a rush or not, you're probably gonna want to treat it as one, especially early round. So early round, you're gonna be holding angles nice, loosey-goosey. Even like for connector is kind of weird, where you can hold it like this, nice and loosey-goosey, but also this is a very common spot for them to jump into, so like get into right there or something. So you can also hold this and just be in between a tight hold and a loosey-goosey hold while you're doing the third option of pre-aiming an angle. So once again, rule of thumb, early round, loosey-goosey, late round, nice and tight. Even for like ramp or something, if it's late round, if it's like a 1v1, 1v2, whatever the hell, and you know that there could potentially run out here, obviously I wouldn't be this angle unless we have palace control, but hold it nice and tight because they're going to be walking out. And then for the third angle, do it so you can like either one, stay alive during an execute, or two, catch somebody off guard in a retake. This also, you thought I was done. This also applies for ops. Lots of times I will see people in this exact position holding like this. All right, no, I completely disagree, especially if you know that it's a B execute. I'm gonna hold it right here every single time. I trust in my ability to consistently flick over and catch an opper crouch there. What I don't trust in my ability is to flick over and hit somebody who's running while double scoped or while single scoped. All right, so I'm gonna hold it right here, so by the time a TU runs out into my crosshair, I've already recognized them. I could have probably pulled the trigger a bit earlier, but I'm gonna wait until he runs right into my crosshair, and then boom, bam, he's dead ski. All right, by holding it nice and close, you're giving yourself no time to react. It's not the best play. So I think that just about does it for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you all have any sort of questions or anything, please feel free to leave a comment. Also, thank you on 900 subs, even though I haven't posted a video in the past 3 years. It does mean a lot to me. Didn't think I would ever get this many. So if you're still watching, thanks, brother.